We actively seek out people who will tell the truth on this subject. There aren't many. Bob Woodson is one of them. He's, of course, a civil rights icon, a frequent guest on this show, and we're delighted to have him join us tonight. Mr. Woodson, thanks so much for coming on. It's so obvious
Tucker.
What's happening. It's been going on for 50 years. If there's one thing that's wrecked the country, it's this. Why won't anybody say it?
Well, because it's not politically correct to say that, because they're buying into the race, the whole race theory that somehow the problems that Black America faces today is a legacy of slavery and Jim Crow, and it's patently not true. And we at the Woodson Center have demonstrated this with Delano, who is a part of our group too, with just wonderful statement. But in fact, dads are stepping up, and they have been around the country. We saw this in Louisiana when kids were fighting in their schools for 3 days and they were arrested. These black dads didn't go to the school and demand that teachers receive DEI training. Instead, they said, these are our children destroying one another and destroying their future. We have the responsibility and the obligation to respond. So 5 of them got together and went into the school, and then it soon expanded to 40 men. And these dads are patrolling the schools, going to classes. They work with local law enforcement to make sure that the dads were screened going in. It's a part of a movement, Tucker, that's been going on for a number of years. That the Woodson Center has supported groups like this. In fact, we spent about $500,000 giving $5,000 grants to grassroots groups like this dad's group in the country. And I'm just pleased that they getting the kind of public recognition that they need. And what they need, though, isn't more awards. They need rewards. We need to shift some of the money that's being wasted by corporations on Black Lives Matter and spend the money, people inside these communities. The solutions are where the problems are.
Well, of course. If you ask any successful, well-adjusted, productive man in this country, what's the secret to your happiness? Most of them will say, my dad had a lot to do with it. That's just true. Everyone knows it's true. I cannot believe we're ignoring this. But we are, because I'm not sure why.
Well, because it's not politically correct. I think the radical left has been using Black America as a political tool.
Yeah.
And they are exploiting the whole race issue for their own gain. And so the only way that that's going to change and be challenged is to allow Black America to speak for themselves. And that's what the Woodson Center is doing. We're going to be expanding on our grants program, and we hope to go out and reach others to convince them that we need to invest in these dads. They recognize that they are willing to be surrogate fathers to hundreds of other children. Yeah. And so we hope and pray that the country will wake up. Instead of seeing George Soros spend $1 million in Texas town to promote defund the police, we need to invest instead on these grassroots healing agents, not only to heal the community from within. White America can't do a thing to solve the problems of Black America. Making white people less racist doesn't make Black people much safer. That they have to be agents of their own uplift.
Exactly. It's true for everyone. Robert Woodson, thank you very much. Great to see you tonight.
Thank you, Tucker.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.